Monday, March 7th, the indoor masking requirement in our schools and daycare settings will be lifted. And perhaps most important, this is a huge step back to normalcy for our kids.
Right now on News 12, the school mask mandate ends 1 month from now. That is if your local superintendent agrees. We are following this developing story here on News 12. The governor says he's able to make this decision because all the key metrics regarding COVID continue to head in the right direction. The latest data today, under 1,500 new cases reported now. Rate of transmission also ticking down again to 0.52. Hospitalizations, they've been stair-stepping lower now for weeks. Under 2,000 patients as of today. First time that has happened since December the 19th. And you can see the drop just since the 2nd. That's about 600 patients fewer now in our hospitals. For more on the governor's decision to lift this mandate, News 12 New Jersey's Alex Sedan following the latest in Trenton right now. Alex?
In a clear sign that even Governor Murphy sees the COVID-19 pandemic as becoming far more manageable, the governor today ordering the end of the most contentious and sweeping mandate left in place in New Jersey, the school mask mandate for kids, teachers, and those that are in daycare. And although kids will be able to voluntarily wear masks throughout this whole time where the mask mandate remains in place and afterwards, individual districts will be able to decide whether to extend or end their own mask mandates starting March 7th.
This is not a declaration of victory as much as an acknowledgement that we can responsibly live with this thing.
Governor Murphy announcing Monday that after nearly 2 years of remote learning or class with masks, Jersey students will be allowed to leave their masks at home when they head to school March 7th.
We're announcing this with plenty of advance notice for our schools and child care settings, for our students and their families, our educators and support staff, to determine how this will impact them.
We do not have an entire crystal ball. I do not know for sure exactly where we're going to be in a month. It is a reasonable assumption that cases will continue to decline, at least for the near future.
The move also applies to daycares, and the governor says he's begun conversations on ending mask mandates in state buildings. But the governor still facing criticism from Republicans and some parents on why he won't lift the mask mandate right away in schools. And he may create further conflict with the state legislature because he's extended the public health emergency in the state for another 30 days.
We know that every parent wants to do what's best for their children. So there may be parents who will want their children to continue wearing masks, and we want to respect those decisions as well.
The governor and commissioner of health pointing out any district can choose to keep its own mask-wearing policy in place.
A district reserves the right to keep something in place, and secondly, I think most importantly, an individual based on their own health reserves that right, and we cannot stigmatize a decision like that.
And health officials saying that while this is a big step back to normal, it doesn't mean the threat from COVID has entirely passed.
While it's appropriate to begin doing things like loosening up so that people can go about more normal lives, the virus will not have disappeared. It will still be around.
And the powerful teachers union, the NJEA, releasing a statement a short time ago concurring with Governor Murphy's decision. The NJEA saying that COVID numbers are trending strongly in the right direction, but they believe the governor should reserve the right to reimpose the school masking mandate if that were to change. In Trenton, Alex Sedan, News 12, New Jersey.
Alex, thank you. More now on the end of the mandate. News 12 New Jersey's Chris Keating is gauging reaction, which differs depending upon where you are in New Jersey. Chris, you're in Ocean County this afternoon.
We are, Kurt. We're standing right outside of Central Regional High School. Last year at this time, this school district was actually petitioning Governor Murphy to remove the mask mandate. So as you might imagine, in this area of the state, well, this is very much welcome news. Located in Bayville, this is one of New Jersey's smaller school districts. With just a high school and intermediate school, there are just over 2,300 students. And the ones we spoke with are definitely on board with taking off their masks.
I've gotten COVID with the mask on. I think they're really useless, honestly. Like, you're gonna get it or not.
I'm happy for it. I like it because I don't have to wear the mask anymore, and it gets really hot walking across from that end to that end of the schools.
Superintendent Parlopanides believes it'll be well received among staff and families. In this district, about 60% of the teachers are vaccinated, 40% are not.
I believe it should have been an option for all the parents and students. Just like this pandemic, I think it's over. I think we need to put an end to it.
However, he will leave the door open for students, parents, and teachers who still feel the need to mask up.
I think we'll make it optional. So if there is some people that still want to wear it, they can. That's what America's all about, choice.
In other districts, especially those in urban areas like Newark, there is no question masks will remain on faces. A spokesperson at the Newark School District telling us masks are part of COVID protocols. And then there are some where decisions have not been made. Patterson will be using a much more methodic approach. In Patterson, COVID cases and quarantining have wreaked havoc on staffing. At one point, they were dealing with 700 teacher absences. Patterson has 25,000 students. The superintendent there, Eileen Schaefer, says she'll consult with several parties. That includes the parents and staff, as well as principals and the teachers union. Then a decision will be made. And finally, back here in Central Regional, it's been decided come March 7th, you likely won't find many masks inside of school buildings.